welcome to our latest segment, sponsored by our official recruitment sponsor, that's Uniform Education. They are a specialist in SEND recruitment. So if you are a SEND school, if you're a local authority, if you're looking for SEND specialists, that's LAs, teachers, or even if you want to have a chat with the team, make sure you are connecting with, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to read out the number. Yeah, ask for Dan. Dan is our guy. So they can be contacted on 0203 794 8988. That's Uniform Education. They are specialist recruiters in SEND. So our SEN Insights section is going to be about, over to Rena.
Teacher assistant / LSA / support staff.
And remember, if you need specialist SEND,
Go to
Uniform Education. But SEN Insights, talk to us. Because interestingly enough, I think we both started off our lives as LSAs and teachers, teaching assistants, didn't we? So
yes, one of the best roles I've ever held, I have to say. And I think that LSAs, whatever
acronym you use,
are one of the most undervalued resources in a school.
100%.
Much like the maintenance team, but I'm not going to digress. I think that support staff in the classroom can be misused.
100%.
Often. The SEND Code of Practice stipulates that irrespective of whether a child is taken out for intervention or whether they have a one-to-one, the teacher is accountable still in that child's program. What I found when I was an LSA is that I would be assigned to particular children who had an EHCP. Mm-hmm. Well, in those days it was state mode.
Yeah.
And the teacher had very little input, but absolutely that's the wrong way to do it. The teacher should be the first port of call in giving that one-to-one support in the classroom, and the teacher assistant essentially should enhance that support. So I would encourage all educators, if you have got...
If you're lucky enough to have. Yeah,
I would say use your teacher assistant to support the more able students, whilst you circulate and give that one-to-one support to the children who have got additional needs. And then rotate the input so that ultimately across the week, each child is getting teacher input. I think with intervention, lots of LSAs or HLTAs, the higher level teacher assistant, they will deliver intervention outside of the classroom.
Yeah.
I think there needs to be more coherent between what happens in intervention and what happens with curriculum sequencing. So those people delivering the intervention should have
They shouldn't be standalone.
No. It should absolutely translate into the classroom. So, invite those support staff to say, okay, well, you are delivering speech and language therapy intervention. How can we implement the strategy that you use in intervention into our mainstream lessons? Because ultimately, we're all working together to help these children achieve their outcomes.
Yep.
But often, and I don't think it's intentional, often I do see support and mainstream operating in isolation, and they need to work together.
Agreed. So, our SEN Insight is the use of TAs, LSAs, and I love that. Just before we wrap up, can you just repeat that bit one again where you're saying what you said is, as opposed to which a lot of people do, is the TAs work with a specific group and isolated. Yeah. It needs to constantly be flowing. So that means that every child gets the opportunity to have that type of support. Was that it?
Yes.
I absolutely love that. Please make sure for all of your teaching needs, you check out Uniform Education, and that is another
SEN